everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel. It is Sunday, February 6, 2022. I want to come here guys and give you breaking news that's happening right now. It was just announced that Australia is finally going to reopen its border to tourists and visa holders. So let me give you some details about that, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming back to my channel and sharing this video. I feel like in the past couple weeks, the cases throughout the world have been going down a lot, and this is why people are demanding so much for all these restrictions to basically go away, fade away. It's time for us to go back to somehow normality. There's a lot of happening, we all know about, in Russia and in the Ukraine, but we already been dealing with this whole pandemic for 2 years, and I think it's about time, especially if the cases are going down, it's about time for country to start to ease on and basically fade out all of this restriction that we've been living in, because it has affected society tremendously. Everybody knows that. So I feel like it's about time, and it's good to hear that Australia, which is one of the countries that had the most restricted things, and it still does. I feel like over there everything that happened is just shocking to me. The same thing with in Austria. I think in Austria they're making it mandatory for you to have your first and second dosage. Same thing in my country where I'm from, the Dominican Republic. I hope that in the next couple of days, especially this week, a lot of countries will begin to fall back on that. I know here in the US, California, the governor over there is waiting to make a huge announcement saying that he's gonna completely take away the face covering. You guys know what I'm talking about. The same thing here in Connecticut where I live. They're expecting new announcements this week, so hopefully we get good news about that. And the reason that I say we get good news about that is just that when they're easing out, right? They're easing out on the quarantine time that you have to spend if you have it. We know that not everybody dies from this thing, right? Okay, we know, I'm not trying to take away the severity of it, but like many other diseases out there, it has a recovery rate. And this is why sometimes, you have to put they want us to look at the science and say, you have to follow the science. They won't follow the science. The science is also telling you that within 5 days you feel much better, okay, that you can go back to your daily routine after probably 5-7 days, okay. And the science is also telling you that wearing the covering didn't really help at all, because if it would have helped, we would have never gone through what we've gone through, so many people getting sick and things like that. Anyways, we all know, you guys, if you guys been watching my channel, you guys know where I stand. Let me give you the details. If you guys have family in Australia, if you're watching from Australia, or have trips that were planned to go over there, this is happening starting February 21st. So in another week, let me read to you guys this article. International tourists will be allowed to come back to Australia from February 21st after almost 2 years of foreign travelers not being allowed at all to come through the country. Only the tourists who have the first and second dosage will be able to come. But if you don't have it, okay, I think what's going to happen here, that if you plan to go over there, they're not going to deny you entry, but it's basically they're going to be on you. Like, you got to, it's not that they're just going to say, okay, come to our country, whatever, like, go ahead. They're going to know, you got to follow quarantine, you got to be checked. They want to know more information, the reasons behind your traveling. I understand, that a lot of countries do that, but this is going to be even more strict, because you don't have the first and second dosage. So the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, said that the move will be a welcome boost to the tourist sector. Oh, now they realize that it's affecting the economy. I know the tourism industry will be looking forward to that. Over the next 2 weeks, they'll get the opportunity both for visitors to be coming and for them to be gearing up to welcome international visitors back to Australia. Okay, the condition is that you must have your first and second dosage. They didn't say nothing about the booster, right? And to come to Australia. That is the rule. Everyone is expected to abide by it. That's what he's saying, yes. He's like, everyone must expect to abide by it. You know, if you, I'm laughing because it's so, this whole thing about making sure that you have your first and second dosage, you can be dying from like, let's say high blood sugar, you can be dying from other stuff. But as long as you have your first and second dosage, come on in, you're welcome. They care so much about your health, but they only care about this particular thing, right? That's my point on that. But anyways, they also have, I just can't believe that he just said that. I didn't know this, guys. State-based camps on quarantine will also continue with the caps, not camps, I'm sorry, state-based caps, it says here, on quarantine will also continue, with the caps still being determined by the state and the area where you're planning on going. Okay, they're saying that, if you're gonna go there, right, like I said before, if you're gonna go there but you don't have your first and second dosage, you're gonna be, I guess, tracked down even more. I'm trying to find where exactly I read that just to read it to you guys. But I think it's a good move. And what we have seen these 2 years, this whole thing started, we have seen, one country starts doing one thing and then every other country basically and it ends up doing the same. This is why it was worrying to see, this mandatory first and second dosage in countries like Ecuador and Austria. It was worrisome in the sense that, we've seen a pattern develop, and then I was thinking, oh man, then they're gonna push it here in the U.S. or whatever. Not saying that I'm worried because we know God's ahead of all of that. Okay, it's just basically, now we gotta deal with this now. Okay, but anyways, it's good to see Australia falling back a little bit. Falling back about this a little bit more, I know people over there, they're saying they're getting a different story to what's being portrayed internationally. They're showing quarantine camps. They do have the camps. What I just read that I got confused, they do have those camps. So, to be honest, guys, if you're planning on going over there just for travel and just to see the country, I would say don't go just yet. Wait, maybe in another like 3 4 5 months until everything is basically back to stable, I guess you can say. Because not to live in fear, nothing like that. And we shouldn't be waiting for this whole pandemic to go away to continue with life, because it might never go away. You know what I mean? Like, you have to leave. This is the time that we have. The time that we have is now. Okay? We cannot just sit around and say, in 2 more years when this whole pandemic is over. I mean, that's what I thought. I actually thought, when this whole thing started March 2020, I'm like, oh man, we're going to be fine. By June, everything will be done and back to normal. And look at where we are now, 2 years after. And you still see the people. I just went grocery shopping today. It's so crazy. And it's so crazy. I was the only one who wasn't wearing the covering. It is not mandatory here in Connecticut. Okay, I know I don't have it. It's not mandatory. It's, why would you still make everybody like wear it? Why people are so conditioned to it already? And they look at you funny, and that's fine. They can look all they want. And if, one thing I'm going to say, if somebody comes up to me and say, hey, why are you not, if I feel uncomfortable, whatever, I would wear one out. But I just, I'm like, it's not a law here. Why would I wear one? So I'm like, I'm just gonna go grocery shopping, not gonna wear one. That's it, you know. Um, and the reason that I say, if somebody woke up to me and say, I don't feel comfortable because you're the only one here who doesn't have one, I will wear one. I'm not gonna start an argument with somebody. Even the Bible says something interesting, and I know I never, it's so crazy because it's hard for me to remember the exact verse, but there is a verse talks about eating meat and not eating meat, and because somebody might see you not doing something, and I think it's something about in that sense of you're trying to um not eat something, but it's still good or whatever, like, because somebody might say something to me. If they come up to me and say I don't feel comfortable, I will wear it just so that they can feel comfortable around me. I'm not trying to argue with anybody. So that was my point. I hope I can find you guys that verse, but anyways, I'll probably do a small short video with that verse exactly when it talks about something like that. And that's what I, that's my mentality when I go to places and I don't feel like wearing one. I know I'm not sick. I know it's not a law. So why would I do it? Why would I continue to do it, especially if I don't like doing it? So my heater just came in. I don't want the audio to be different here, but I just want to say, guys, if Australia has been very hard on this whole pandemic, and the restrictions have been very tough over there, and people been on the street protesting. This lift and opening the borders, you can say, for tourists, it's a good thing, but proceed with caution. That's the only thing I can say about that. Proceed with cautions, because what we have seen, they say, okay, all the rules are out, whatever, and then like 2-3 weeks after, they're like, okay, everything's back home again. You don't want to be stuck in a foreign land dealing with something like this. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Have a good night, everybody. I hope everybody stays safe. God bless. Back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.